Welcome to Math with Professor V. Here's your latest integral of the day. We have indefinite integral of e to the x over e to the x minus 2 times e to the 2x plus 1 dx. So pause the video if you want to try it on your own. There's a couple integration techniques that you need to use to solve this problem. And perhaps one hint that might be useful is that, remember, e to the 2x is e to the x quantity squared. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and make a u substitution. I'm going to let u be e to the x, and then du is just e to the x dx, which I have right here, e to the x dx. And then I can go ahead and rewrite this entire integral in terms of u instead. And we have the following. So just du in the numerator. And then e to the x minus 2 is going to be u minus 2. And then e to the 2x plus 1 is u squared plus 1. Boom. How are we doing? Good? Okay, and then hopefully you go, ooh, now it's time to find the partial fraction decomposition for this rational function. So let's go ahead and do that. We have 1 over u minus 2 and u squared plus 1, all in the denominator. So u minus 2, that's a linear factor. I'm just going to have a constant in the numerator. And then u squared plus 1 is an irreducible quadratic, so I need a linear expression up top, bu plus c. Lovely. Now let's multiply everything by the LCD, which is u minus 2 and u squared plus 1. And then now let's see what we're left with. So on the left-hand side, just 1 equals a times u squared plus 1 plus bu plus c times u minus 2. And then I'm just going to keep distributing and solve for the constants by setting the coefficients of like terms equal to each other. So au squared plus a plus bu squared minus 2bu plus cu minus 2c. Okay, so u squared, I don't see any u squareds on the left, so 0 has to equal a plus b. And then u to the first, again, I don't see any on the left, so 0 has to equal negative 2b plus c. And then our constant term, or u to the 0 power, okay, we got one of those, so 1 has to equal a minus 2c. Okay, so we're going to have to play around, do some substitution, because nothing's going to cancel out nicely. Let's see here. So a is equal to negative b. Let me go ahead and substitute that into this bottom equation here. So I have 1 equals negative b minus 2c. And then I'm looking up top here. I have 0 equals negative 2b plus c. If I just multiply that equation by 2, then c will cancel out. So I have 0 equals negative 4b plus 2c. Very nice. And then my 2c's cancel, and then I have 1 equals negative 5b. So what does that tell me? B is negative 1/5. And then I know a is the opposite of b, or a is negative b, so a is going to be positive 1/5. And then I just have to find c, so let's just do that right here. So 1 equals 1/5 minus 2c. Subtracting 1/5, I have 4/5 is negative 2c, so c is going to be negative 2/5. Very good. Okay, let's just collect all of our constants, and then now I'm going to rewrite the integrand using the decomposition. Okay, good, good, good. See, this problem had like a little bit of everything. Just hold on. So now we have integral. A is positive 1/5 over u minus 2 plus bu, so negative 1/5 u plus c minus 2/5, and this was all over u squared plus 1 du. So a couple things I'm going to do before I continue. Let's factor 1/5 out of the entire integral and just put it out front. It's going to look so much better. Then you just have 1 over u minus 2. And then I'm also going to split the numerator and write each of the terms from up top separately over u squared plus 1. So now I'm going to have minus u over u squared plus 1 minus 2 over u squared plus 1 du. And it already looks so much better with that 1/5 outside. Okay, so let's look term by term. 1 over u minus 2, we know that antiderivative, natural log absolute value of the denominator. U over u squared plus 1, depending where you're at, you still may need to do another substitution. So if you can't do it in your head, that's fine. But I would you have to choose a different variable. We've already used up u, so maybe let t be u squared plus 1, do the substitution, and you'll see that you're just going to pick up a 1/2, and it's going to be natural log of the denominator. And then this is going to involve tan inverse of u, and the 2 is just a constant, so that'll just be out front, okay? If you're pretty comfortable with integrating, then I'm assuming you can do this middle one in your head, so I'm not going to write it out. But again, just let t be u squared plus 1, do it off to the side. Okay, so here we go. 1/5 natural log absolute value u minus 2 minus, this next one's going to be 1/2 natural log absolute value u squared plus 1, but that's also never going to be negative. So I can just write parentheses if I want. Minus 2 tan inverse of u, and then plus c. And then don't get too excited. It's not time to box our answer. Remember, u was e to the x. So we got to go back to the original variable, and I'll distribute the 1/5 at the same time. So 1/5 ln absolute value e to the x minus 2 minus 1/5 times 1/2 is 1/10 ln e to the x squared is e to the 2x plus 1 minus 2/5 tan inverse e to the x plus c. And that's the final answer. Box that bad boy. You know, this is a great one for an exam. I haven't put it on a test yet, but I love it because you need that u sub in the beginning, you need some partial fractions, and then very common, just recognizing when you have inverse trig, tan inverse versus natural log, and another substitution. It's great. It's a nice problem and not excessively difficult, I don't think. So let me know if you were able to solve it in the comments down below. Hopefully this one was a fun one for you guys. And stay tuned. I'm almost ready with the first video to publish for my new lecture series, Algebra Review for the Calculus Student. And we're starting off with a 3-part series reviewing factoring and how to apply factoring techniques when finding limits. So this is something I always have to go over when I teach calc in the beginning of the semester because so many students have had a break or factoring was just never something they got under control, and we don't want you doing the quadratic formula just to factor a trinomial. I mean, come on, guys. We can get this under control. So stay tuned. Make sure you have your notifications on, you're subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. We're having lots of fun over there. You can kind of see what I'm up to and what new things I'm posting and working on. All right, have a great day, you guys. Thanks so much for your support. I love you all, and I'll be back sooner than later. Bye.